Prince George and Princess Charlotte's new surname has been revealed for the very first time at the Queen's state funeral. The Prince and Princess of Wales children will now carry the surname of Wales rather than Cambridge, after their parents were bestowed the new title. Their new surname was seen for the first time in public on the Queen's funeral order of service. The children's father William and uncle Prince Harry both carried the surname of Wales when they were growing up. Prince Louis, who did not attend yesterday's state funeral, will also have the surname Wales. Royal expert Angela Mollard told Wales Online, "This must have been an enormous few days for Catherine." Prince George and Princess Charlotte attended the Queen's funeral. Image, Getty. George and Charlotte's surname will be Wales. Image, Getty. Royal family live. Kate set for greater public role as Queen's uniform handed over. Kate, Princess of Wales, is likely to take on a greater role following the death of Queen Elizabeth II. The public is now likely to turn to the attention of Kate, as the Queen's uniform is passed down to her, fashion critics have claimed. Read more on express.co.uk's live blog here. She's taken on a new role herself, but she's also got to teach her very young children, aged 9, 7 and 4, that their surnames have changed. They are no longer George, Charlotte, and Louis Cambridge, they are now George, Charlotte, and Louis Wales. Any parent will recognize that when you've taught a young child how to spell their name, that's the name they're knowing to among their classmates. It comes after King Charles III appointed Kate and William, the Prince and Princess of Wales, when he addressed the nation for the very first time as monarch. Read more. Royal fans devastated as Charlotte bursts into tears. So proud of you. The royal children took part in the procession behind their Gon's funeral. Image, Getty. Key moments you may have missed at the Queen's funeral. Royal family members attended the Queen's state funeral on Monday, bidding farewell to their mother, grandmother and great-grandmother. The first service was held at Westminster Abbey, with a second taking place at St George's Chapel. Key moments from the service you may have missed include, King Charles III left a touching note for his mother on top of her coffin. Princess Charlotte wore a significant piece of jewellery to honour the Queen. Prince Andrew fought back tears as he entered Westminster Abbey behind the coffin procession. Kate, Princess of Wales, lovingly reassured Prince George by resting her hand on his knee. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry comforted one another, holding hands on their way out of the funeral. Kate became the first royal to be named the Princess of Wales since Princess Diana. Charles said, "As my heir, William now assumes the Scottish titles which have meant so much to me. He succeeds me as Duke of Cornwall and takes on the responsibilities for the Duchy of Cornwall which I have undertaken for more than 5 decades. Today, I am proud to create him Prince of Wales, Tywysog Cymru, the country whose title I have been so greatly privileged to bear during so much of my life and duty." Don't miss Prince George and Princess Charlotte. Emotional maturity questioned. Opinion. Charlotte melts hearts as she tells George you need to bow. Video. George, Charlotte and Louis have new names at school, here's why. Explainer. Prince George and Princess Charlotte charmed the nation. Image, Getty. With Catherine beside him, our new Prince and Princess of Wales will, I know, continue to inspire and lead our national conversations, helping to bring the marginal to the center ground where vital help can be given. Future King, Prince George, and his sister, Princess Charlotte, charmed the nation on Monday when they played a major role during the solemn day to bid farewell to their beloved gone. The royal siblings, great-grandchildren of the Queen, were among 2,000 guests at her state funeral and were the youngest members of the royal family to follow the Queen's coffin through Westminster Abbey. They also attended the committal service in St George's Chapel at Windsor Castle later in the afternoon. TV figures for the Queen's funeral. Image, Express. At Westminster Abbey, George, 9, and Princess Charlotte, 7, walked behind the Queen's coffin as part of a solemn procession before hundreds of guests in the Gothic church and watched from afar by a huge international TV audience. As the young royals followed their great-grandmother's coffin, flanked by their parents, the Prince and Princess of Wales, Charlotte held her hands clasped in front of her, while George had his arms by his side. The foursome walked a little behind the King, Charles, and Camilla, Queen Consort, and ahead of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Their appearance was the first time they had been seen in public since the Queen's death. Image, Getty. The royal siblings' appearance was the first time they had been seen in public since the death of Britain's longest-reigning monarch on September 8. During the past few days, Prince George, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis have faced several major events in their lives. As they are dealing with the death of the late sovereign, which they used to call Gone, the children also recently relocated with their family to a new home in Windsor, Adelaide Cottage. The royal children also started a new school in Windsor, Lambrook School, following the family's relocation to the Berkshire town from Kensington.